This figure was really tall, and the silhouette looked like a man. I booked it. Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm doing another story time, and in the spirit of Halloween, I thought I would share my personal ghost story with you. So I have quite a few ghost stories actually, but this one is probably the most interesting. Once upon a time, I went to New York Fashion Week, and this was my second time to New York Fashion Week. I believe it was September of 2018, so a little over 2 years ago. For my first New York Fashion Week, I stayed in a hotel with another blogger, and for the second New York Fashion Week, I stayed in an Airbnb with like 9 other bloggers. I think there was 10 of us total, so quite a difference. So we booked this place, and the photos looked so beautiful, and it was really, really large, which for New York City is pretty hard to find. So it was really nice to find a beautiful place to stay, as well as a place that was roomy enough for 10 people. Whenever I fly, it's pretty much like an all-day thing. So when I arrived to the airport in New York, I was waiting for another blogger, and her flight was delayed by a few hours. So I decided to go ahead and go to the house. Whenever I arrived to the house, I took a little tour, and it was so beautiful. I can't even perfectly describe it. I'll leave a link in my description below to a blog post that shows the house, because it is honestly absolutely gorgeous. It is so pretty. When you walk in, there's a big staircase to the right, and that leads up to the bedrooms and like 2 bathrooms. And then downstairs there's a bathroom, and then the kitchen, the living area, the dining room, and then this other room. I don't know what it was, but it gave me the creeps. Like, it sent shivers down my spine. I walked in there, and it looked almost like a mini chapel. I don't know. I had to get out of there because it gave me the weirdest feeling, and I didn't like it. And it was only in that part where I felt like that. The rest of the house was totally fine. It was just whenever I looked in that room or I walked in that room, I just felt so strange. When I arrived, a lot of the other girls had already gotten there, and they were out to dinner to get to know each other. Since I had been traveling all day, I decided to just kind of stay in and chill. And there were 2 or 3 other bloggers in the house at the time that I arrived. So it was my first time meeting these girls, and so we were just talking and getting to know each other, and I took my stuff upstairs. Some of the bedrooms had already been taken, and since I was one of the last ones to get there, there was 1 room left, and that was for me and for my roommate, the girl whose flight had been delayed. So I brought my suitcase and my bags up to this room, and it was pretty small, but I noticed that there was a ladder. It kind of went up to this really creepy door. That's the only way I can describe it. And so I assumed it was like some kind of attic or something. It gave me the creeps. I put my stuff away and went back downstairs to talk to the girls and just kind of relax for the night. After a while, I started to get tired, and one of the girls had already gone to bed, and I was up with 2 more. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and get ready for bed, put on my pajamas, wash my face, you know, the whole nighttime routine. So I went up the stairs, and one of the other girls was sleeping. So upstairs there were 4 bedrooms, and once you get up the stairs, there's a little hallway. There's a master bedroom to the right, and then there's another bedroom, and that's where I was staying. And then there's a bathroom right in the middle, and then there's another bedroom, and then there is a 4th bedroom that looks directly into the hallway. So I'm upstairs, and I am walking in this little hallway about to go into the bathroom, and I kid you not, I see this tall, dark shadow figure walking across the room in this back bedroom, the one that is facing out towards the hallway. And this is the room where one of the girls is sleeping. And so I thought it was her. I thought that she was awake and maybe she was, you know, getting something from her suitcase, or she had just gone to the bathroom or whatever. But this figure was really tall and the silhouette looked like a man. So, oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. Okay, so I'm like frozen. I can't even do anything. I just saw this figure, and so I start calling out this girl's name to see if she's awake. And so I call it out a few times and I don't hear anything. And so I call out again and I don't hear anything. And earlier when I was doing my little tour, I didn't actually go into the bedrooms because a lot of them were already occupied. So I walked past the bathroom and went towards the doorway of this bedroom. And so I peered in and I look to the right and there's like a wall and there's a closet. And then I look to the left and there's a bed and she's sleeping on the bed, like dead asleep. So this figure, the way that it was walking from right to left. So like from where the closet was located to where she was sleeping. The way that it was walking, it would not have been possible for it to walk in the way that it did, because it would have walked directly into the bed and into the wall. It wasn't a very large bed. I booked it. I got out of there. I ran down the stairs and I was still like all made up, still had my clothes on, and the girls, they asked what's wrong because I must have had the craziest look on my face. I was in pure shock and I started crying. Like it was literally the craziest thing. I don't cry just for no reason, but like tears just started coming out of my eyes and I just felt this like overwhelming sense of, I don't know, like heaviness, I guess. I was sitting on the couch like shaking and like crying, and these girls who I had just met, they're like, what happened? Like, you went up there to wash your face and put on your pajamas and you came back and you're like in hysterics, like what is happening? So I told them what I had seen, and I mean, I don't know if they believed me, but I really did see it. So then the next day I'm talking to the girls and they're like, oh yeah, Lizzie saw a ghost. And the girl who had been sleeping in the room where I saw this figure later told me that she had been hearing weird noises in the closet. Like the hangers would just start moving out of nowhere. And so it wasn't just me, which made me feel so much better. I mean, I've seen like weird things before, so it's not really that out of the ordinary, but that was a little strange to me because I wasn't expecting to see it in a place where I was staying. For the rest of the trip, I was like so scared. I didn't really let it show, but I was super on edge and I was like peering around, you know, every corner to make sure I wouldn't see anything else that was, you know, crazy like that. And luckily I didn't. When I got home, I did a ton of research to see if something had happened at this place or if there was some kind of history, and I could not find anything whatsoever. So for now, the mystery remains unsolved. But yeah, that was definitely a memorable trip and a very interesting experience. So yeah, that's my story about the time I saw a ghost in an Airbnb, and I hope that you enjoyed it and I hope it didn't scare you too much. I don't feel like it's really that bad. If you want to hear any other story times, just let me know. I've had probably some of the craziest experiences. If you liked this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you have a ghost story of your own, or anything else crazy that has happened to you, I would love to hear it. Make sure you leave a comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!